There was a king in a country called Carpathia. The king had 3 sons. The youngest son among them was a dwarf. That is, his height did not increase even with the age. The elder prince and the middle prince decided one day that they would go on a country tour. Knowing this, the king ordered the army to be ready. After listening all this, both the prince said to the king,
Dad, we are going on a foreign trip. Is it necessary to take the army? Dear son, if there is any need or danger while going abroad, then you may need people. We are going on a trip to another country. We don't know where to stay, what to eat. If so many people are with us, our problems will increase. Yes, exactly. Rather you bless us that we could come back safely in our kingdom. Okay, do what you like. So you both are going. Is your younger brother also going with you? No, Dad. We are not taking him. He is a small boy. His horse and swords and bow are also small. What will happen if there is an accident on the way? So we are thinking we will not take him. But will he listen to this? If you explain, he will definitely understand.
Both the prince bowed to the king and left. The little prince knew nothing. But a day before the prince's journey, the little prince found out everything. He went to the king and insisted that he too would go on a tour of the country with his brothers. Elder brothers of younger prince came to him to make him understand everything, but he was not ready to listen to anything. He started crying. Seeing this, the king's heart melted. The elder brothers also agreed to take him along. At the right time, the little prince sat on a small horse, carrying a small sword and a bow and arrow, and got ready. The 3 princes set off on a journey through the country. In this way, as they progressed, they reached a jungle and thought it would not be appropriate to continue in the darkness of the night. They tied their horses under a big banyan tree and ate the dry food they had and slept under another banyan tree nearby. Due to the fatigue of the entire day's journey, they fell asleep quickly. Suddenly, the older prince woke up shouting,
Oh God! What happened, brother? Why did you shout? Oh God! Something beat on my feet.
In the darkness of the night, nothing could be seen. That's why the younger prince rubbed a flint stone against a branch of a tree lying on the ground and set it on fire. Suddenly, the older prince saw that where he had spread his feet while sleeping, there was a kingdom of ants. In an attempt to save the kingdom, they bit the foot of the elder prince. On listening to this, the eldest prince got very angry. As soon as the eldest prince lifted his feet to crush the kingdom of the ants, the younger prince joined his hands on his feet and said,
Brother, they are innocent, small creatures. They are pricking your feet to save their lives. If you destroy their kingdom, it will not benefit you in any way, but they will almost die.
Then the ant king came out and said to the younger prince,
Oh, do whatever it takes, just disarm your brother. Brother, please do not harm them. They are small creatures. Please let them go. I apologize to you on their behalf.
Elder prince could not say no to his brother's request. He calmed down. The king of ants came out to the younger prince and said,
You have saved our lives. We will never forget your help in our lifetime. If you ever need assistance at any time, you will remember me and I will be there within 10 minutes to help you according to my abilities. Remember it always.
Ants took permission from 3 princes and left the place. They spent the rest of the night sitting under the tree talking, and the next morning they set out again for some unknown place. After passing through many forests and fields, the next afternoon they reached a huge lake surrounded by mountains. There were many ducks in the water of the lake. Seeing this, the elder and middle prince thought that they would barbecue these ducks and eat them. At that time, the little prince went to tie their 3 horses to a tree. Suddenly, the little prince sat down in front of them with folded hands and begged for the lives of the 2 ducks. The 2 princes were surprised to see the little prince. They left the 2 ducks and went in search of food. The duck said to the little prince, "You have saved our lives. We will never forget your kindness. If you ever need anything, then you can think of me and I will be there immediately. Now I am giving you some fish, so you 3 can eat something." After that, ducks gave them a lot of fish. Meanwhile, the 2 princes saw a beehive on a branch of a tree, and they decided to scare away the bees and eat all the honey from the hive with their 3 brothers. The 2 princes had already collected the firewood to start the fire under the tree. As they were about to start the fire, the younger prince arrived there. He fell at the brothers' feet and stopped them from attacking. The 2 princes became very angry but did not say anything. "Prince, you have saved our lives. We will never forget your kindness. If you ever need anything, you can think of me and I will immediately reach to you to help you." 3 princes ate honey from the beehive and ate the fish that was given by the duck. They spent the night under a tree and set off for an unknown place the next morning. In the evening, they arrived in a kingdom where everything was made of stone. The houses, people, animals, everything was made of stone. They couldn't understand anything. They continued to move forward. When they entered the palace, they saw that everyone was there, also made of stone. They went a little further from the palace and saw a hut with a shining light, and they proceeded ahead. Through a hole in the door, they saw an old man sitting at a table and doing something. Meanwhile, they kept calling and knocking on the door. After a while, the old man came and opened the door as if he had heard them. Upon seeing them, the old man asked,
Who are you all? We are the prince of the Carpathian kingdom. We have traveled far and wide throughout the country and have now arrived here. But what has happened in this land? How has everything turned into stone?
I will tell you everything. You must be tired from your journey. Come with me for now.
The old man entered the palace along with them. They entered into a large size of room. There were 3 beds. Old man said,
Boys, rest today. I will tell you everything tomorrow morning.
The 3 brothers fell asleep. The next morning they woke up and went to the old man's hut. The old man gave them food. Then the youngest prince asked him,
Well, how did everything in this kingdom turn into stone?
Because of the witch's magic.
How can we break that magic?
This is a very difficult task. Can you do it? If you can't, then you will also have to turn into stone.
Yes, we can do it. Please tell us.
The old man took them to the pond in the garden of the palace.
Underneath this field, There are 10,000 hidden pearls. All the pearls should be collected before sunset. If you remove even a single pearl, you will immediately turn into stone.
The elder prince immediately started digging the ground with his sword. After digging all day, he could only find 200 pearls. As the sun set, the elder prince turned to stone. The next morning, the middle prince began to dig the ground. After a whole day, he could get only 500 pearls. As the sun set, the middle prince also turned into stone, like the elder prince. On the third day, it was the turn of the little prince. He was scared. He sat down and thought how he would get the pearl. Then suddenly he heard a voice of someone and got shocked.
Hail the prince! You don't need to do anything. Just sit back and we are currently digging out all of the pearls from the ground.
Prince was surprised. How did they know his mind? Meanwhile, the king of ants dug up the entire garden with the help of his entire army. After digging, they all went inside the soil. Within 3 to 4 hours, they found all the pearls. They collected the pearls and kept them in a big size of golden plate and gave it to the prince.
Prince, there is not a single pearl left beneath the ground now.
The youngest prince went to the old man with a plate full of pearls. The old man said in amazement,
How astonishing! How did you manage to do this so quickly? Many princes turned into stone while searching for this pearl. If anyone can do it, it's you. Awaken Pashanpuri. Rest today. The next task will be tomorrow.
The next morning, the old man brought the prince to the royal pond and then said,
On the bottom of the pond, there is a key to a special room in this palace that you must obtain by taking a dive. Otherwise, you will turn into stone. You have passed the first test. And now, if you can pass this one, you alone can awaken this Pashanpuri.
After saying these words, old man left. The prince sat by the edge of the pond and began to contemplate what he should do next. How would he figure out where the key was beneath the moving water surface? At the same time, he heard some strange sound and was shocked. When he turned towards the sound, he saw the same 2 ducks coming towards him. They said to the prince, "Quack, quack! Why are you thinking so much, prince? You just stay relaxed. We will immediately retrieve the key from beneath the water. Quack, quack!" The 2 ducks dipped into the water for a moment and then, in unison, resurfaced in one place. After a short while, they came back with the key in their beaks and handing it over to the prince and said, "If you ever need anything else, remember me. I will come back again. Quack, quack!" The prince took the key and went to the old man. The old man led him and unlocked the door to a large room in the palace. Inside the particular room, 3 beautiful princesses were lying unconscious. The old man said,
One of them has drunk sugarcane juice, one has drunk grape juice, and one has eaten honey. You have to find out who is sleeping after eating honey. If you give the garland to the princess who is sleeping after eating honey, the spell of Pashanpuri will be broken. You have not failed in the first two tests. This is the final test. If you can do this, the enchantment of Pashanpuri will be broken. And if not, you will have to stay in this room as a stone.
After finishing his word, the old man walked out of the room. The prince then noticed a garland placed on the table. He took it in his hand and went to the edge of the bed. But how would he understand who had eaten honey and was sleeping? Just then he heard a humming sound. Upon hearing the sound, the prince turned around and saw Queen Honeybee had arrived. Queen Honeybee said to him, "Don't worry, Prince. I will show you who is sleeping after eating honey." Queen Honeybee began to fly around the room. Suddenly she flew and landed on the face of one of the princes. The prince immediately put a garland around her neck without delay. Pashanpuri was instantly transformed with the chirping of birds and the noise of people. And to his amazement, all three princesses had also awakened. As the prince came out of the house, he saw the old man was running and his clothes had become like the king's. The outside environment had completely changed and all the stones had come back to life. The king of Pashanpuri ran and hugged the youngest prince and said,
Son, you have come with good fortune. That's why the illusion of Pashanpuri has been shattered today.
Little prince saw that his two elder brothers coming towards him. All the people of the kingdom started cheering in his name. After that, three princes got married with three beautiful princesses. They stayed there for a few days and after some time they returned to their kingdom. Since then, the elder prince and the middle prince never wanted to go anywhere without the youngest prince. Wherever they went, they always took him with them.
Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon for upcoming videos.